Here we have a tray in Teleplay. And I'm making, so let's see this some more so that you see the full effect that's happening. Okay, and I'm making this video for Lori in the Facebook group for Teleplay product shoots. And Lori, I checked out your YouTube channel, and here it is. So it's just to get a better feel of the type of work that you do. And I made this scene for you right here that I obviously don't have your product, but I bought this from Target as a placeholder, and I'm pretending that I have your product. In particular, this one right here. I believe it's rectangular, but you know, you can achieve the same. It doesn't matter if it's circular or rectangle. You know, this is just a placeholder, and I'm pretending that your product is there. So the key to making this, so this is a sample scene I made for your product. So the key to making a scene like this work really well are basically two things. Number one, angles, and number two, lighting the product very well. And here's what I mean by that. So first, let me show you the physical setup. Okay, let me zoom out. So we have the green blanket on a wall. We're lighting it with two 100-watt LED daylight bulbs. Then we're lighting the actual tray with 3 bulbs. And notice how close the lights are to the actual tray. It's maybe like 5-6 inches. And this is because the tray is super reflective, which means, you know, I bet if I turn off one of these 3 lights, it's gonna look a lot worse. Let me show you. So I'm turning off this light. Okay, not bad. Let me turn off another light. So see, with only one light, notice how it starts becoming invisible in some locations right there. But the second we turn on the other light, look how much better it looks. Okay, so right now we're getting away with only 2 lights lighting the product in the cubes below it. Actually, no, it's not looking well because the cubes are starting to become visible. So I take that back. So yeah, basically my point is you want to light your tray with the cubes below it very well. And so that's the number one thing is the lighting, light your tray very well. The second thing, if you want to create a scene like this, are to make sure you have the angles down. So notice how the iPad, I elevated it a little, and then I have the tray on these cubes. And this combination of angles allows me to see the tray, you know, because if the iPad was a little bit lower, then, you know, I'd just see like the rim of the tray. But because I have the iPad elevated a little, I can see the tray fully. And that's it. And notice how there are cubes right below the tray. You don't have to have that many cubes. If I were to turn this off, you'd only see 2 of the cubes right here. So you can replace the cubes here, the 3 cubes here and the 3 cubes here with just a box, assuming you're using a turntable. So that's it for the physical setup. The key thing I just want to point out are number 1, light your tray very well if you do a scene like this. And number 2, make sure you elevate your device so that you see the tray and not just the rim of it. Okay. And now let's see what's going on inside the actual app. Okay, let me remove that. So, you know, once you open up the app, the first thing you want to do is, give me a second. Let me remove that. So the first thing you want to do is simply press the calibrate button. Let me reset everything. So press calibrate, and that's it. However, see how there's like this green coming? Give me a second. Notice how there's like this green over here? Okay, Let's see what happens if I click the reset button. Okay, so see, that actually works better. So when you go to the gear icon, either press the calibrate button, and if that's not giving you the best results, click the reset button. And once you do that, you can go to the backgrounds and start playing around with the different backgrounds. So my favorite category is AI generated backgrounds. For example, like Calm Lake. Okay. Just play around with the AI generated backgrounds within photo preview and you're bound to find something cool. Maybe haystack, there's so much you can do. Okay. Well, let's assume, what if we do stairs to heaven? Okay. And now let's place this tray back onto the cubes. Okay, and notice how there's like this green glare which comes from the blanket. You want to make sure that your spill suppression is enabled. That removes any of that ugly green glare. Okay, now we're pretty much there. The backgrounds, which notice there's a little bit of invisibility. I'd just adjust the lighting a bit to remove that. Okay. And then for the actual foregrounds, which I think may interest you, are maybe the reveal, something like this. Yeah, check out the reveal foreground category. Okay, that can kind of work. I mean, it all depends on what type of feel you're going for. Maybe check out the mystical. Oh, okay, that can work. Oh, that can work pretty well. Okay. Now I'd also check out the celebrations in case it's like a gift, maybe the love category. People are, getting this as like a love gift for someone. Also check out the foreground effects within nature transitions. Sparkle and particle effects has a lot of good effects. Let me show you an example. I mean, I think half the fun of Teleplay, it's kind of like a toy, a very useful toy for business owners to create really cool effects. Like this, white particles can work for pretty much anything. Plants and flowers, for example, we can do something like this. Give me a sec. Okay. I mean, then there's a bunch of other effects. Those are the ones I'd recommend to get you started with. And that's it. So, as always, Laurie, I'm here if you ever have any questions. Please let me know what you think of this scene, and if you want me to make others see, if you want me to this is just one idea I had for you, but if you have another concept or scene that you're going for, please let me know. Let me know what the type of feel you're going for, and I'll make it happen.